Hello everybody, and welcome back to I Love You, Colonel Sanders. I'm your host, AgentBlackieChan, and we're just picking up last episode, we met our colorful cast of characters. We met the dreamboat, Colonel Sanders, and we're going to the cafeteria and just eating some food. You passed your test, proved that Sprinkles is the goodest good boy that ever gooded. That was really aggressive. Alright, wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever been eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room, and it tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters. That's cocaine, baby. Do you smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells so good. Everyone, can I have your attention? Is it about lunch? No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, I was... Howdy, folks. Oh, he's fucking southern. Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement. Hey, It's about lunch. Everyone cheers. But Shh. Lunch. Shush. In honor of the new semester, I have prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch. That must be the smell I smelled. Indeed, that smell. You hold your breath, waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard that he's very talented, but were the rumors true? Is this? God, I fucking knew it. It's a KFC game. What was I expecting? Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy, golden finish. The aroma envelops you, and you begin to feel warm and safe. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken? What a novel concept! Your stomach begins to grumble, as if to say, stop thinking and start eating. For years, I've been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculation, not less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavor. You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. But that's all I'll say about that. I'll fucking kill you if you ask for it again. What? You think we want your... I don't know what his voice was. You think we want your stupid recipe? Dude. Nah, my dude, no. I'm just drafting a last will of testament in case one of those ingredients is a poison. Got him. He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. You wait to see what Zinger Ashley is prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Yeah, and I was just writing my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful, and at that moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame with cooking skills like this. She wants him all to herself. Nuh-uh. Oh, please. Well, Van the man, if you don't want any. I'll take his. Whoa, I guess I'll try it. He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and act unimpressed. It was poison. Easy now, there's enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of this bucket. Sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension. Alone with your taste buds gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. Focus your mind and meditate on this moment. Try to identify every flavor. Save the moment and everything that it tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart. Swim toward the light. Somewhere up ahead, a bright light beckons you. The flavors are so intense you become wrapped up in them. Unable to resist, you reach toward the light. It grabs your hand and pulls you closer. Until your fingertips connects with the end of everything. You are forever lost in the land of tender fried chicken bliss. Your mind dissolves, and then there is no way now. There's only herbs and spices. Through Miriam tries to revive you, she cannot. Game over. What? You can lose? Look, I love me some KFC, but I not one time have I been transported to a different fucking dimension? Not once! This must be that fresh chick. Okay, let's get past all this.
Aha!
Oh, wait. I'll just do that. There we go. Okay. We won't swim toward the light. Because that fucking kills you. Savor the moment and everything that it tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart. The flavors in your mouth are beautiful, pure, heavenly. What a guy. Along with the flavors, you feel something that only can be described as love. For a man? For a flavor? Are they the same? After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. You approach Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he's doing and allows you to break the silence. I want to know who drew this. I don't know if they'll watch this, but congratulations. Fucking talented. I'm turned on by Colonel Sanders. It's a sentence I never thought I'd say in my lifetime. Colonel, I wondered if I could talk to you for a second. Anything for a fella chef. What exactly was on that chicken? How bold of you to come out and ask. It's an idea! It's an idea I've had for a new combination of flavors that will make me my fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open up a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. You guys like that pat on the back? It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own I'd be willing to trade. Well, what's the rush? The semester's only getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. He's clearly not going to give up it easily. It doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel? Shouldn't learning be fun? Aww. You got moxie, I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone, then leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers. Just one ingredient. But you can't tell. I use blank. It's something my great-grandmother taught me. I use semen. Horse semen. Dry aged for 68 days. And then I put it in a blender and I put it in all my chicken. Mama raised me on these horses. What am I talking about? Oh, wow, you'd never have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you'd get some if you searched. While you're wrapped up in that huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decide to go look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I'd like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I graduated, and how I'm going to own like 90% of all the chicken trade. You think it comes naturally? You think chickens grow on farms? No, I have to smuggle chickens inside Nintendo Wii's. Don't know why, it's been going on for 50 years, but this is a thing that is happening now. Sounds like you've had big plans. I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that. Alone together for the first time, you figure now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. Neg him to show your own strength, wow him with a big idea. To add an additional ingredient to spice things up. Be modest but thoughtful. I feel like the second one will piss him off. He's like, no, I'm perfect. I'm the idea of perfection. I'm gonna be modest. Modest but thoughtful. Well, I just want to tell you I really enjoyed your food. Now you've got his attention. He's a narcissist, like all guys. The flavors were complex, but comforting. The interplay between salty, savory, and peppery was perfect. I appreciate the compliment, Wei Wei. I'm sure you'll be a big success. I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling about you. We should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon. You step into the massive cooking arena where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they can need. Look at this place! It's magnificent! Finally, we get to show off our stuff! Wait a second! Oh no! We have to show off our stuff! What if I totally blow it? You're not gonna blow anything, except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans. You're going with your signature, several tiny creations, and I'll be honest with you, there might be a fucking director you might have to blow every once in a while. I'm sorry. You know what? Stand up for yourself, Miriam. You got knives. You can tell I'm trying to save this. Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. Today's lesson will be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Naturally, Miriam looks over to you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. Hey, Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of 2? That is, me and you, if that wasn't clear. Want to be my partner?
Aww.
Sure, wait. I'll prepare our station. Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing alone. Aw, 2 different students quickly take notice. Hello, new partner. Beep. I kind of hope the music stopped. Just zoomed in on him. Oh my. 2 potential partners. I'm sorry, gentlemen. I don't know who to choose. It looks like you have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner? She did say Pop was cute. And as we know, I am the Doctor of Love. So let's cook him up with Pop. Sorry, Clay. I think Miriam would be partnering with Pop today. Is that Popeyes? Is that a Popeyes reference? Oh. Pop gives a big smile as he steps up to the same station as Miriam. I'm the chef. She's doomed. He holds up a banana and, without peeling it, proudly eats the entire thing. Doesn't banana peels have like a shit ton of potassium in it, or is it cyanide? Which one? Someone tell me out there. It's disconcerting, but Miriam is too kind to act gross out. I love your enthusiasm, Pop. She looks at you like, really? This kid? But it's too late to change your choice now. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. Alright, you two, for today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 to flints to make a fire. You get the idea. Which dish do you suggest your partner, Colonel Sanders? Okay. So is this basically like how Colonel Sanders is getting his start? Because, I mean, you go to KFC and the one side you get is mashed potatoes and gravy. You always get it. Well, I've been speaking of a down-home chef. I was thinking we could make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes and gravy. I know that's not his voice, but I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll go get the potatoes. No, please. Let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. He takes all the time you have to cook to pick the potatoes. Ashley, looks like those things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? We're just cooking partners. Mind your own business. Sanders' heart is my business. You better keep your fingers off of my man. Did someone call for me? No. No, Jade's Van while I'm over here crushing WWE. Where's dreams? You're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That's the deal, remember? Oh, what the fuck? Colonel Sanders returns, arms full of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into the boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends. Oh, howdy there, Ashley. Van. Are we working on in a quartet instead of a duet now? Actually, no. It looks like Wei was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. I was going to say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could also teach you a thing or two about basic food. Maybe one day. Why is this music so intense now? Don't be rude, Van. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was spectacular. But Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel deep down that we just cast complementary shadows? We fit together like a thigh and a drumstick. It just makes sense. Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear, she's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. Ashley's it's really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Who should I? You think Colonel Sanders will fucking be like, hey, no, you lay off her. You turn to Miriam, and as soon as you find her, she looks back. This girl's friend in need radar is second to none. She immediately comes running over. If somebody's ending my friend, I will destroy them! I actually think it's Ashley and Van were just leaving. leaving you in the dust vis-a-vis my skills as a chef perhaps, but stepping away from this competition, you are sorely mistaken. Miriam, you are a loyal friend, but Wei Wei is my partner for today's activity. You look for Sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis and their short but sturdy structure. You look down at your station and realize that, in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed the boiled potatoes into a perfectly creamy mashed texture, with plenty of butter and cream for the flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps as you know well, while your attention was elsewhere. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out which pours a smooth brown gravy, smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny would be proud. Colonel Sanders holds a spork out to you. Reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand holding the same spork, and for that small moment, all the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. You lock eyes. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Together you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up when you see Ashley with a sinister look. You know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage without thinking, you fling the sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Van Van, do something! Do something! Scooping up a fingerful, Van Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy, and realizing that it's delicious! Horrified by this revelation, he sinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Hold on right there. Wei Wei, we do not waste food in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you'd both be better prepared to eat it from wherever it lands. Yes, potato face! Van Van rushes back over a covered dish in hand. Mashed potatoes and gravy? Pathetic! In just a few minutes, I prepared a full meal glazed upon my specialty, braised tentacle of octopus in my silky saltwater sauce, bladed on a battle axe blade forged by my supreme chef ancestors. You've ignored me for too long. That ends now. It is I who will have the first bite, and you will all look on with envy. The interrupting student rushes at Van Van, swiping a bite of his signature dish right off the plate. No, don't. Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed and may have turned into processed. The results could be toxic. Too late. It has been eaten. I think I left something in the oven. I don't feel so good. It killed what? It killed him! Everyone step back. Don't take another bite. When you look back at the plate, the rest of it's gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slurped up in Pop's mouth. Pop winces in pain for just a moment, and then it's almost immediately back to its oblivious self. Oopsie. Tastes like poison. The entire class is gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They are motionless as statues. The class bell rings, disrupting a moment and snapping everyone back to reality. Oh, there went gravity. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inoculated him against the poisons of all kinds. I'm not sure the professors here make enough money. Why don't you just, expel him? Them, actually. Hello? I just turned into a ghost over here. Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all of his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry I had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home. What? Like for real? Oh, come on. You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and a little bit more spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. Before we go on, I want you to know, they're not my representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them reminded me of why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Colonel Sanders? Yes, Wei Wei? There's something I need to tell you. Hold it right there! There's something I need to tell you first. Oh, jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, my father took me into the city to see a marching band. I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef in the world has ever seen. And that day since, I've been working toward that dream, day and night, never stopping, never resting, also lifting a lot of weights, like so many weights, like I even killed a man, literally, today. We should follow our dreams with all of our hearts, that our souls may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star. Hey, no, shut up! I'm the one here saying inspirational stuff to be the star of the story. Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy? You can't prove that. I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance, you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him. We're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero. Oh my god! The Spork Monster. The Spork Monster's here to fight a hero. Van. I think I left the fridge door open. Let's nerds. How dare you threaten me? It's not just letting down my guard and connecting with another chef on an emotional level. Be afraid. Be very afraid of me, because I'm a monster, Steve. Is he bribing on purpose, or is that just a coincidence? But before you can discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence. What will you do? Oh my actual god. I'll attack. You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with love. Oh yeah, Cook with love does 1 damage. It just got real. That attack really upset Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes on the attack. They spilled hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. I mean, at this rate, I think we'll just switch blows until he's dead. It worked last time, right? Cook with love. Cook with love does 1 damage. Spork Monster won't forget this. Spork Monster's really feeling threatened by your attack. Spork Monster focuses their mashed mind and draws an energy from Mother Earth itself. They go larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? I'm gonna fucking defend? This man is doing Spirit Bomb? Which defense will you use? Trepidation. You hold your head between your hands and mutter, this is not happening, this is not happening. Spork Monster is no quitter. Buffed up and ready to rumble, they go on the attack once again. Spork Monster uses Ultitensile. You take 2 damage. You take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. I'll attack. Cook with love. Can I, call Colonel Sanders in here to help? Spork Monster is oozing cheese sauce on the lawn of the quad. I wonder who is going to have to clean that up. Feeling vulnerable, Spork Monster prepared for its ultimate attack. Rounded edge. File villain! Your reign of terror stops here! Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens. He must have hit a cuckoo behind a fucking tree and just ran at it. Pot Pie Power Pinch! Pot Pie Power Pinch does 10 damage. Spork Monster is defeated. You saved me. An injured Spork Monster spews steam into the night. Forget mercy, finish him. No student will ever walk the quad here again. This monster messed with the wrong chef. Attack. You will never survive my student debt loan destruction. Student debt loan destruction does 10 damage. Spork Monster is completely vaporized. Colonel Sanders looks on in awe. You continue to inspire me, Wei Wei. To defeat a monster left behind a special item. It appears to be first a cookbook, but upon close inspection, there's so much more. Book of Magic Spells, with a golden chicken on the cover. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to be assigned out is Borko. Borko. That name sounds strangely familiar. It's like Bork, like a dog. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you are tucked in tightly. Good night, my Colonel. In your dream? Oh my god! We're back here again! Oh my god! You're together with Colonel Sanders for some reason. Sprinkles is there, instructing your love. Dreams were weird. Why? Why? You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? I'll leave that to you guys to decide. Thank you for watching. Thank you for going on this chicken adventure with me. I did not expect a turn-based battle system and a dating simulator. This game is just great. Like, oh, it's so much fun. I'm glad to do Let's Plays again. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, leave a like down there below. Leave a comment. Say hey, whatever. I don't really care. And that should do it for this one. It's AgentBlackieChan. Signing off.